Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Binding of Isaac. As you might have expected, I'm doing a vanilla run today. What can you do? I'm just gonna play Isaac. I was thinking about playing Samson, but then I let my hate for Samson overpower the choice, basically. Alright, we got Basement XL, which means there are twice as many rooms, 2 bosses, 2 item rooms. Both item rooms unfortunately require a key, even though it's the basement. So that's saddening, but other than that, what can you do, basically? I want to address this early while everyone is still watching, if they're going to be watching most likely. Today, you're not going to see Ratchet Deadlocked as normally scheduled. You are going to see a video of a game that is similar to Isaac that I just wanted to highlight. It looks pretty sweet. It is called Our Darker Purpose. I would recommend that you both check it out and support it on Kickstarter, vote for it on Greenlight, all that good stuff. You will see the video at the normal second video time for my channel. Nice getting 3 free bombs. It's always good. So yeah, check that out. It's similar to Isaac. You'll probably like it. I like it a lot. It was different in good ways while still feeling familiar to me. And I'm totally down with it. I want to see more of it, and you'll probably see more of it on the channel once it comes out. So just heads up, check it out. It's pretty sweet. I would recommend it. So on to Isaac. Hi everyone. This is Isaac as usual. I just I was thinking just now about how I totally haven't missed a single Isaac video since like late December. I've had one every single day since then. That's pretty cool. I hope I don't have to miss one any day soon, but nice little streak I've got going. And let's just see what's in our first item room. We've got the D6, of course, because we are Isaac, so we can re-roll if necessary, and it is most certainly necessary. Best friend, terrible spacebar item. It can get you killed because it's glitched in like 12 different ways. But Celtic Cross is an awesome pickup. That will give us a 30% chance of invincibility every time we get hit. And that invincibility would last for about 7 seconds, which, I mean, that's pretty substantial. It's longer than the Polaroid, but the only downside is that it's not guaranteed invincibility, of course. But when it happens, I'm happy with it, of course. Of course is the word of the moment, the phrase of the moment, I suppose is a better way of putting that. That was damage that I didn't think I would be taking. Oh well, we need a key real bad. That is a bomb, not a key, you jerk. Alright, fine, don't kill yourself on the fire. Whatever, man. I will take this. And still no key drop. I very much would like to see one at around the time my D6 finishes charging up because, I like to not waste rerolls. I'll probably have to, unfortunately. We also haven't found the boss, which means that we can't optimize for that as well. The bosses, rather. Alright, there's our key just in time, but we probably will only be able to reroll one of the bosses, or the possible deal with the devil, because on an XL floor, you can get a deal with the devil even though it's the first floor. It counts as the second floor. PhD sounds like something that I'd definitely like to pick up early. That will make all pills good or neutral, which is pretty sweet. It makes it so that we can't get telepills, which is interesting. So we have no chance of going to the I Am Error room in this run whatsoever. No other teleports can take us there, I don't believe. Because I think that any card teleports that become random are counted as a teleport item rather than a telepills. I don't know for sure about that one, but I think that's the case. And let's see, what else does it do? We always get one more coin from blood donation machines, which is an odd side effect. It would have recovered us for 2 red hearts if we had been missing 2 red hearts. Or more, but we were still at full health, which is alright. Okay, at least it was an empty room, so I went the wrong way, but I didn't waste a D6 charge. Still, we're not going to be able to use the D6 more than once, which means that most likely I'm just going to hold out until after the second boss, just in case we get that chance. Yes, we got the small rock. That's damage up, tears up, and speed down. Yeah, I'm going to hold out just in case we get a deal with the devil. So it's kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, sometimes that is luck. That is your luck. It's my luck right now. Monstro, though, pretty easy. It sucks that I took any damage. It was kind of silly of me to do. Another thing I want to talk about is, since today I am uploading a first look, as I was talking about earlier, our Darker Purpose, Pageant Boy is garbage. I would love to reroll it. It is literally garbage. I'm not taking it unless I can reroll it to a cube of meat, basically, is what I know right now. So that's awesome. As long as I don't take this cube of meat first, which I won't unless I determine that I'm using my reroll on a deal with the devil. And it would take quite a deal with the devil to get me to use my reroll and take it, because I don't have a very good health situation going into this, since I'll be getting either 1 or 2 cubes of meat depending on my rerolling. The reason I say that I can get a second cube of meat is because I can, of course. If the second boss is a horseman and you reroll the first one without messing with the pool of that second boss, you're going to be able to get another cube of meat. That also works with, say the second boss is the Fallen. That would also work. I'm going to take the Mark, which is totally crazy, but at the same time, you know, it's a thing. So if the Fallen's the second boss, you can reroll for a deal with the devil item on the first boss, which is also pretty cool and sometimes useful. Anyway, we just picked up 2 levels of 2 cubes of meat. I told you it would work, and it did. I don't think there's anything else I want to do. I want to go to the curse room, but at the same time, there is no way you can convince me to do that with my health situation. What was I going to say? Cube of meat rotates around us, blocking enemy tiers, damaging any enemy it comes into contact with. And the second one maintains those functions while also allowing it to shoot along with us as a familiar. So, I mean, it was good planning, but at the same time, I don't know if this is going to work out too well for me. We're going to see what we can do, basically. The Husk should not be a difficult fight. Hopefully. By the way, the Mark gave us 1 damage up, 0.3 speed up probably, maybe a little more than that, I don't know. But it was 1 damage up, a bit of speed up, and 1 soul heart. It's a good item for sure. I don't know if, I don't know how I'm feeling right now. That's a definite reroll. Tears up, I totally want, just because it's an increase in our DPS, it does allow us to. I'm just going to test this. Nope, didn't get enough blast radius. I wasn't sure if it would work, and it didn't. Anyway, DPS up, we fire more quickly, allowing us to do more damage more quickly, or get the same amount of damage done more quickly, really, since we didn't increase our damage. Alright, what's this tarot card? Temperance, that spawns a blood bank. I was really hoping for the Hierophant, or, yeah, however you pronounce it. I've flip-flopped a little with it over the videos, you know, I've done a lot of Isaac videos. I'm nearing, or at 200 by now. Or 300, I mean. I'm clearly over 200, because both series have at least 100 videos. Okay, you get out of my face. Now I need to murder all of these other dudes. Excellent. We have our key to go to the item room. Unfortunately, we haven't found the item room, which means we're losing a bit of our usage of the D6, which is never fun. But it looks like we wouldn't have been able to get another reroll regardless. So at least it's not the worst thing that's ever happened. Alright, bee lickers are annoying, but I've dealt with worse in worse situations as well. Another key is welcome, because that just means that we have more freedom to use our keys in stupid or accidental ways. Almost it didn't kill that spider in time, which would have sucked. Alright, in here we get the Monster Manuel, which is bad, but at least we can reroll it to Guppy's Hairball, which doesn't count as a Guppy item, and I'm thus just not going to take. Let's use this, play it once, get this health, and pick up 6 cents. That was totally worth it. Remember that the PhD did mean that we got that extra coin, which means that the PhD could have just netted us 5 extra cents there, or it could have netted us an extra 1 cent, but I like to imagine that it netted us the 5, so that I feel good about picking it up. No, that was close. Alright, so we can play it one more time, since we've got that heart drop in there. Really hoping for a blood bag, but it didn't happen. Anyway, Guppy's Hairball is a pretty useless item, which is why I'm not going to pick it up. A lot of people always ask, recently, as I've been growing in size, why don't I pick up passive items? They're passive. They're not doing anything. They're not harming me. They can only be helpful, right? That's not true at all, as it turns out. The more passives you pick up, the less passives you'll get later, and the more actives you'll get later. So I'm trying to maintain the ability to pick up passive items that are good, because there is a special items list as well, which means that, what? How are none of those a secret room? Which means that if you pick up items on that list, or possibly any passives in general, you'll get less of the items on that list, which means that you get less good items, basically. So if you don't need a passive item, do not take it. It harms you ultimately. So just one of those little meta strats that I like to point out or offer up. Alright, 11 cents is not terrible, but it's not going to make me go to the shop with my only key. Still, we're going to get back to full health, which I don't know if I'm going to last too long in my current health situation. I'm going to do my best, of course, but I don't see this working out for very long without a nice change in situation. Curse of Darkness disallows us from seeing the map, which is more annoying than, you know, a difficulty increase or anything. It's very annoying though. Ugh. So yeah, it's just an inconvenience, but it's I don't like it. Not even once. All right, 2 bombs. That's a nice pickup. All right, we found the item room. I'm really glad to find the item room early. I would always rather find the item room as early as possible as compared to as late as possible, or, you know, sooner is better than later. 3 cents might be worth it. The attack fly, it's pretty okay, but I'm going to re-roll it. Range up, I kind of generally like at this point in my Isaac career, which is a different opinion from many. But I would almost definitely re-roll it, so I'm not taking it. I would take it if I end up not re-rolling it, though. Like if I just do something in here and that works out. Or if I like use up all my rerolls on the boss item because I want to get a health up, which I totally would. I would take the range up if for whatever reason I don't end up rerolling it, basically. Alright, we got our 7 seconds of invincibility, which is good because that, I mean, I don't think it allowed me to survive, but it did increase my survivability. Krampus is going to give us a lump of coal should we actually win, but I'm not too sold on my ability to win. Lump of coal, I'm going to reroll it, honestly, if I get it. Because another deal with the devil item could really change the game. Anyway, what it would do is it would increase the damage of our tears based on how long they've been on a screen, up to a maximum at 5 seconds of airtime, which is like totally never going to happen. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Alright, we're about to kill him. We killed him. We get Eve's Bird Foot, which is when we hit an enemy with a tear, we have a chance of spawning a dead bird. And that's okay. I definitely don't want shot speed up, and I am going to prioritize the reroll in the boss room just because it's more likely that I'll end up with my desired health up or increased survivability in any way. Of course, if I can survive long enough to make that happen. Catacombs, never a fun floor in general. Just because, as we can see, we're fighting plenty of keepers, and I hate keepers. There's like some of the worst enemies in the game. That is for sure. Almost enough to go to the shop, but the shop does have a 50% chance of containing greed. I could die in one hit from pretty much any of the enemies in this room currently. I said pretty much because the spider was in the room when I said that, but after I killed the spider and it was the only thing, I could have literally died from any enemy in one hit. Which is, that's scary. This room is also pretty scary because these guys kill me in one hit. We did get Brother Bobby, by the way, which is a familiar that shoots along with us. It has a reasonable, you know, it's the weakest of the familiars, tied with a few others, damage-wise, but extra tears are always pretty helpful. So I'm really hoping for Squeezy or any of the health ups. That's about that. We're going to see what we can do. Alright, it's a health up. I don't even care. I'm taking it, and then we're going to see if we can build a reroll for the item room, which still does not appeal to me. Well, it does appeal to me, but it doesn't at the same time. I could get those 3 cents at no real cost so that I could be able to buy whatever I want in the shop at full price. I don't know if we finish this path, which is why I'm coming back. Yeah, I didn't think so. So that is my thought process there. See if I'll be able to buy that thing in the shop if I desire, but I might or might not. Again, we'll have this pill identified for us. It's a speed up. I honestly don't feel too bad about speed up right now. But after that, I'm definitely getting no more speed up. So we do know that one of the rooms is a library now, since we've seen we've seen 2 identical key rooms, which means one is a library, one is a shop. I'm now going to go to both of them. Greed was in the shop, but we know that we have a library, which means I want to go in there and I want to reroll. But at the same time, I kind of want to use my reroll on the item room. I don't know. I think that what I'm going to do is use my reroll first on the library, just because the library can turn into a double item room later, which allows me to do great things, basically. And the item room does have an item that I'm reasonably okay with. Book of Revelations will give me a soul heart on use. That's totally fine. I'll take that. And the Book of Belial would add 2 damage to us on use, but I don't really want it because I like keeping the D6. The reason you use the Book of Sin is because it can give you a soul heart. I'm speaking real fast. Anyway, we've gotten 4 books out of the pool, and actually we've gotten 5 when you think about Monster Manual that we picked up in an item room earlier. So I think we're done on this floor, which means we'll take our range up, which again, that's totally fine with me because that allows us to shoot from further and stay safer from enemies in general. So the shop on the next floor will not contain greed. It can't because we fought greed on this floor, which is cool with me as long as I pick up another key. I would love to go to another library, of course, as many libraries as I can get so that I can maximize my success at getting more items. Because, of course, if I can get all of the books out of the pool and get the double item rooms, that's just, 2 more items for every library that I get to go to. Or, well, the chance at 2 more items, because, of course, maybe I don't want whatever they give me. Still, we found our item room early. Able is a garbage item, so I'm definitely going to re-roll that. And we can see the map this time, which is also a nice touch. I love being able to see the map. Alright, I like TNT here. Oh, you didn't die because you're a jerk. Let's see what this pill does. Again, it can only be good or neutral. I'm just going to wait for the PhD to identify it because maybe it's bombs or key and I don't want it, or maybe it's something else I don't really want. Bombs or key. So like I said, I don't really want it. Okay, we fortunately got out of there in time. I was kind of worried. Super worried, in fact. Oh, by the way, I just thought of this. The Peeper is not, in fact, a damage up for 1 eye, as I've been saying it was for a little while now. At least I found out by now, right? It is purely an aesthetic change. Alright, I'm gonna probably end up taking the rosary, but I don't want to take it until I've gone to the shop. And the reason for that is because when you pick up the rosary, it adds the Bible to the shop item pool 6 times, which means you're pretty likely to get it, and unless you buy it, it can keep reappearing every time you go to a shop or reroll until you've seen it 6 times. So I don't really want to do that. I think it's 6 times at least. It might be 7 or it might be some other number. But I want to not have to experience that. I'd rather go to the shop, buy whatever it is that I want to buy, and then take the chance of the Bible showing up later. Because if we can get a compass, a map, maybe the candle. I hate giving up the D6 this early, but it's certainly not a bad decision. If we can get those things, that'd be great. I am going to go, even though I only have 1 key. The compass is, like I said, a definite purchase. That'll save us a lot of time later. Shows us generally where the... I'm going to leave that one alive and kill that one, the champion. Shows us generally where all of the icon rooms are without showing us how to get to them. Don't care about you, you can die. Thank you for blowing up the tinted rock, which is why I kept you alive. Where did that chest come from? Was it just there? Ah, you were protecting... Okay, we can go re-roll something. Do we want to, honestly? Because I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to this curse room. We're going to learn that the secret room is right next to it, which means we're going to bomb our way into the secret room rather than walking in to avoid more damage. And I was hoping to find an item, but unfortunately I did not. So, because I just want to maximize my rerolls, like I was saying. We're gonna buy the soul heart in here because now we gained 4 cents, but we still got to see what was in the curse room. Was that a key in there? Because I'd totally buy a key. It was a heart. Okay. Now we're gonna go pick up the rosary for 3 more soul hearts, and that increased chance of the Bible appearing. Well, I mean, it has no chance of appearing in the shop as is, but now that we pick this up, it does. Still, let's find our way to the boss, where unfortunately we won't have any rerolls to use because it's going to be the last room we visit, essentially. But we got some going for us. If we can get a deal with the devil, and it's good, basically, we might get rid of all of our red hearts, which not a bad strategy necessarily, but I do not yet have the Polaroid, which means I don't have that guaranteed invincibility. It's not bad to set up for it, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to lose it all right away. Because I don't want to be set into a situation that I can't or don't want to get out of and then have it screw me over. Anyway, this room is a terrible game design. Like, literally, it is terrible, terrible game design because it's pretty much unavoidable damage unless you have one of a couple, and literally a couple, very specific builds. Flight or incredibly high damage. Otherwise, you have to take damage. There's nothing you can do. And that's why it's garbage game design. You should be able to get out of any situation based on your skill. There should always be an out, basically. If you're good enough, you should be able to win. You shouldn't have to take damage. That's another reason that, like, Isaac and Blue Baby are terribly designed bosses, because they shoot so much randomly, there's not a pattern to it. You can't effectively, consistently dodge their shots, which is why they're garbage bosses. But they are winnable, as we've seen many times throughout both of my series. They're bad. Satan's a good boss, as I explained last time, because I beat him without taking damage. I beat all 3 phases, so the Fallen is also well designed. And Satan, great, totally great. The Kamikaze Leeches add a little bit of sadness and despair to it, but at the same time, it is totally a good boss. Anyway, we'd get our 3rd cube of meat here, which I don't want to take. I'm not going to take it. We could, of course, get a level 4 Meat Boy, but I don't want it. Because I prefer 2nd level to 3rd level, due to the fact that it still gives us the protection. The 3rd level would run around as a dude, basically, and take bites out of crime, which is good and all. It also kicks around our bombs and it doesn't block shots, which is what I don't like about it. So let's see, in here we have 2 items I don't really want, but that is 2 items I can reroll. Bloody Lust, no thank you. Sister Maggie fits with our whole familiar business that we got going on, but it is totally not worth losing my only 2 red hearts. So unfortunately, we're out of here. Item room is literally right here. I'm cool with that, and that is for sure. I don't know if we're going to be able to do much with this run. This run seems like it's destined for failure so far. But in our item room, we have Bum Friend, which I'm totally going to reroll. It's not a bad item, it's just not what I'm looking for right now. This is Necropolis 2, I suppose. Yeah, because we just fought war. Of course it's Necropolis 2. And the fact that I was basically just thinking it could be XL, but it couldn't at all because there's only 1 item room on the map. And that's about that. But Necropolis doesn't show the XL text or the 2 text because the name's too long, so that's how you know that it's Necropolis 2 rather than Necropolis 1, or you know if it's XL because you know that. So here we are. Necropolis 2 because the text isn't fully there. That was terrible damage that I took at the very end there, unfortunately. Okay, this is going to be fine. We did take that range up, I believe. So now let's go reroll. See if we can get anything that helps us out a lot. Boom! Book of Shadows. That might be like the last book. I don't know. I don't think we picked up the Necronomicon. I'm not entirely sure. I of course don't want to fight the boss immediately. Oop! Almost walked into those spikes because I won't be able to leave the room. Oh, that sucks. I won't be able to leave the room. All the doors disappear. Let's get the cube of meat to do some business here. Oh, darn it. I am dying quickly and painfully. I think this is a run destined for a quick failure, which happens sometimes. I'm totally going to come back with challenge runs. I am. I'm doing them less frequently than usual, but they will return more frequently. They will return less frequently as well. You know, I'll do some intermittently to go along with this. I may as well go here at this point. Darn it. But yeah, I'll do a few, and then I'll probably end up doing a lot again, and it'll all be good. But I just really, really like the base game right now. Vanilla runs are awesome. They're way more varying, basically. That's one of the main appeals for me. There's way more variation. There's no real restriction. I can just try to win based on my own skill and whatever items the game throws at me rather than whatever items you guys tell me to use. It's good. Magneto, I'm going to reroll. It's not that good. I'm looking for something game-changing and it's just not appearing. So I would really like that to happen pretty much right now. Because right now is the last item room, first of all. But also because right now is we're kind of at a choke point, sort of. We're not going to die on this floor most likely. Most likely. We could. We totally definitely could. But this is maybe more of a crossroads than a choke point, I suppose, where how we do here, what we get here, is going to determine how the run goes ultimately. Even though the womb is usually not a place where you end up dead, you'll certainly see if you're starting to just bleed out and lose the run slowly. I don't know. I don't see this lasting very much longer. I'm going to do my best to make it, but it's seeming unlikely. Alright. Mama guts. Our damage, while good, is not good at the same time. We've gotten the mark and the small rock, which is a total of 2 damage up. Alright, a soul heart does not hurt. I will do this just because I'm looking for a quick and easy D6 charge. Oh, you're a chubber, are you? I wish that Visses harmed chubbers and like other Visses, but they don't. Leapers are my... I mean, they're not that bad, honestly. They're annoying, but they're not that bad. And then, yeah, I thought we were going to get Globins, but apparently they're all gazing Globins, which is saddening. Because they, like, run away, and then they're faster, and just no good. But we made it through. Totally alright that time. I'll go to that last room, I'll go to the shop. I'll reroll in the item room, and then we'll be out of here, basically. Shop, I expect... Actually, I'm not going to go to the shop, because it has to be greed. Like, it literally has to be. Because greed wasn't on the last floor, and there's no other mini-boss here, because we don't see a mini-boss icon. So we're not going to fight greed. We're just going to reroll in the item room and be out of here. Alright. Come on, pay off. Mom's knife. Even Polyphemus wouldn't be too bad. Oh, no. Crack the sky. Not a very useful item. Spawns some beams of light to randomly rain down upon things. Does good damage, but it doesn't usually end up hitting. I'm gonna use this chest because what if it's health up? Cursed Skull, you know, what if it's that actually? That would be pretty sucky, right? Nothing I can do though, at this point. By the way, bombs are key. Not a bad thing to use right now. I just probably won't be using it, at least for now. It's not a bad idea, it's just not a great idea. Anyway, here we are, mom fight. For now... Oh, you jerk, you line right up with me and then you... What the... Oh, that's terrible. I hate you. Claudia's ruining my day. Alright, let's line up with this. Get my damage in there. As long as you don't really spawn anything, this is going to be good. We just cheese the fight. Alright, you're annoying. You're not so annoying, honestly. Horf, yeah, he's not shooting at me, so I don't care. Gaper is annoying. I'm glad that I didn't end up taking damage there. Maw, not too bad. Alright, Horf, you need to die. Maw, you can die as well. Did I take damage there? I totally did. Alright, let's once again line this up. Unfortunately, we've got a Globin on our tail. We killed it. 4 pills is guaranteed not to be bad at the very least. Speed up does not even a little bit appeal to me, but this could change the game, in fact. Come on, show me something good. Range up. Well, it doesn't hurt, but it really doesn't change the game. What do we got here? Tears up. That's kind of what I was hoping for. So bombs are key, or we could get speed up. We don't want speed up. We'll stick with our bombs are key. We'll get out of here. I'm definitely fast enough. Definitely. Yeah, nothing we can do, though. So we're onto the womb, which again, I said is unlikely to be our real cause of death. Really, it's just likely that we've gotten to the point where we aren't really survivable. But it's not the fault of this floor, it's really the fault of the previous ones. So there is a library. This is an XL floor as well. I'm going to go to the library if at all possible, just because it could be that double item room and that could change the game. If I can make it there, that'd be awesome. I don't know if I'm counting on it too much, but if it's doable, I'd like it to be done. Now here's the problem. I don't know if this is going to be the right way to get to the library, but I'm going to try, and unfortunately, it's probably going to end up being to the left from the start. But, hey, you know, whatever. Doesn't hurt. I don't know how much time I want to spend doing extra rooms to re-roll it, though. I'm really glad that didn't hit me. Oh no, that's terrible. This is terrible. Alright, I could die at, like, any given moment, basically. No! I couldn't get out of there because of the chub. Anyway, that was today's run. For once, it was not 50-some minutes long, and I also lost in the womb, as opposed to, you know, the very end. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave your custom challenge run suggestions in the comments, and I will do the ones that I like the most or think will be the most entertaining to watch. Don't worry, I will do them. And stay tuned for the first look at Our Darker Purpose, which I totally recommend, especially if you like this game. It's similar but different, and I really like what it brings to the table. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.